This morning on The Dish, Einat Admony. She is a culinary trailblazer with an innovative approach to Middle Eastern cuisine and also the venues where it's served. Our Nancy Chen is here with her story. Hi, Nancy.
Hey, good morning to you, Adriana. That's right. After starting the falafel chain Taim, she opened Kish Kash, New York City's first couscous bar. Now she executes higher-end dishes at her acclaimed Israeli restaurant Balabusta. And her signature dishes can be found in 2 best-selling cookbooks. I joined her at Balabusta for a taste. For Chef Einat Admony, taking life by the wheel in every possible way is what makes a Balabusta, which is why she named her restaurant in Manhattan after the Yiddish expression. What exactly does Balabusta mean?
It's like a perfect housewife, but for me, as we are in the 21st century, it's a little bit different. Somebody that can bond the family together, know to cook the best. She's on top of things.
1 feta, 1 olive.
Admony grew up in Israel, descended from generations of Balabustas, a lineage she embraces in her kitchen today. Her Persian mother was born in Iran, and her father was from Yemen. Surrounded by a combination of cultures near Tel Aviv, Admony was influenced by a kaleidoscope of tastes. What are your earliest memories of cooking?
Wow, kind of a nightmare, I would say. I grew up in a tiny town, and my parents got super religious when I was young, like 8, 9. And even before that, they would always have Shabbat dinner for us. Imagine that you need to do Thanksgiving every week.
That's a lot of food.
Every week.
Throughout her youth, she tried to distance herself from the kitchen, but somehow always found herself gravitating back.
Around age of 26, I'm like, what can I do that I never get bored? And that was the one thing I knew.
Even when she was drafted into the Israeli army for the country's mandatory 2-year service, Admony was guided by her Balabusta roots.
In the military, I started as a driver for Air Force, and I became a cook. When I lived in Germany, I was a street seller. I was living in an RV, travel around Europe. And then I realized that everywhere I go, I cook for everyone. And I said, I should go to culinary school, and that was the best decision of my life.
After working at one of Israel's top restaurants, the plan was to then study cooking in New York for 3 months. But life and love had other plans when she met her now husband and business partner, Stefan Nofziger. The two started their first restaurant in 2005, Taim, a falafel shop. You said you actually felt a slight twinge of shame when you opened it.
That's true. Because imagine you working in all like very 3-star restaurant, fine dining, and then you open a hot dog cart in the street. But I thought I'm going to open the falafel for 3 months, and then I'm going to go back to do something else. Mm-hmm. And it was much more work than what I thought it would be.
It was also more successful than you thought it would be.
It was crazy.
Taim now has 7 locations in New York and Washington, D.C., but the allure of creative fine dining never went away, and in 2010, she opened Balabusta, dedicated to Israeli cuisine. A lot of people don't really realize what Israeli cooking is.
And it's $1 million question when they ask me that. What is nice about Israeli cuisine? It's new cuisine. It's a very new cuisine. We're very young. So it's very new cuisine that's still trying to figure out and define itself, but at the same time, we cannot forget that Israel is a melting pot of over 100 cultures.
Those cultures continue to influence Admony, especially when it comes to creating new recipes.
I grew up on stuffed cabbage, actually from few different directions, but here I want to do something that no contain meat.
Admony's stuffed cabbage nods to the dish her mother used to make. While the execution is new, the flavors are familiar. How important is the spice to your cooking?
Oh my God, that's everything. That's everything. I've been called like queen of spices many, many times.
The vibrant dishes of Balabusta reflect tradition and innovation, like her signature fried olives, wild mushrooms on top of harissa malay, an octopus with notes of saffron, and one of Admony's favorites, Yemenite soup dumplings, inspired by the Chinese dish known as xiaolongbao.
My dad was Yemenite, and we eat Yemenite soup every Friday. This is made with chicken broth, and then inside there is ground beef and Hawaiian spice, and then we mix it all together. Ooh. So, yes.
Well, let's try it. Oh, that's really good. It's interesting because I'm so familiar with this dish.
I know,
I've
but
never
not
had
with
it like
this
this.
flavor, yeah.
Never like this.
I love to hear that.
Cauliflower also gets a new treatment, fried golden brown and topped with bamba, an Israeli snack. But classics from home still have a starring role, like tadig, delicately perfumed Persian rice with a crispy crust.
Crack it.
Hear the crack. Normal food.
Oh, that's good.
Admony serves ribeye steak with potato crisps and mustard greens, along with the stuffed cabbage she showed us how to make.
A lot of these dishes are things that you made growing up then, and then you've made it your own as you've gotten older.
I did. Just to piss my mom off. Here.
There's also some sugar that goes with that spice.
Are you ready for dessert?
Always.
Baklava reimagined, pistachio ice cream, dipped in a mixture of nuts, wrapped in phyllo dough and lightly fried.
And we put it on this beautiful syrup.
So this is baklava like you've never had it before.
No, you never. I had it yesterday, but but this is a baklava, yeah, you never had before.
Challenging traditions in food and life, cause for celebration.
A drink called yalla, which is in Arabic mean let's go, let's go, let's go. And it's something in Israel, everybody uses it, yalla, move on, move on.
Ooh, yalla.
And it's yalla.
Let's go.
Cheers.
Today, Admony says anyone, not just women, can be a balabusta, the center of a family. And this restaurant is her home.
This is what we're trying to do here. We were very welcoming our customers. It feels like homes. The wait staff is treating people like they're just in my house. The food is generous. We're trying to be as kind as possible. Just like keep it up the name.
Promise anything.
And we have brought some of that stuffed cabbage back with us. So you're seeing it in play right now.
You
And
have
this
to tell
is
me twice.
Tastes of Home, which is delicious. We have a lot of spices in here. She says she's the queen of spice. And better yet, we also brought back the yalla drink. So this
Yalla.
has yalla. Let's go.
Yalla.
Pineapple juice. There's also, I'm sorry, there's orange blossom, pineapple, as well as ginger. And I'm told a heavy-handed pour of tequila. So.
Yes, I can confirm.
So be careful.
That just hit. So Nancy, it's actually the first time I've seen Nancy in person here because of the pandemic and everything else. And a great job with the dish.
Yes.
And it's so good to have you here.
Yeah, which is nice to bring a drink with.
We'll be, thank you very much. We'll be right back.
Each time I find myself flat on my face, I pick myself up.
As we continue eating,
Yes.
sampling, she's wonderful.
Yeah.
Her story, and I love how she talks about what a blend Israeli food is, because people ask when they go to an Israeli restaurant, they don't know exactly what they're going to get. And it's this blend of, as she says, 100 different cultures into this melting pot.
And you see that mixture of things when you talk about, she had a neighbor who was Moroccan that she spent a lot of time cooking with growing up. So those tastes all influence all the dishes that she makes.
Her dad's from Yemen, her mom's from Iran, and then the soup dumpling. I love a soup dumpling.
All the slurping.
Yes, and I couldn't believe how much it looks like the Chinese xiaolongbao. How do they you were saying about during the piece that they actually have their chef from where?
Yes, they have a chef from Shanghai who is specially trained in folding these xiaolongbao because it could be very difficult to fold it correctly. And she comes in every week and makes them, which is why they look so authentic.
Oh.
Don't people you find think they know what Israeli food is? Mm-hmm. And are they mistaken? What did she say about that?
I think that there are just so many different influences from so many different cultures that I don't know if it's mistaken, but it's that everyone has a different interpretation of it.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
I don't think you can be wrong necessarily, because there's so many different ways
I
to
think
do it.
you're right, yeah.
I love how she said, that she is changing up her mom's recipes.
Yeah, just to make her mad a little bit.
We love that. She's a wicked wit.
Nancy, thanks again.